Okay, so I've done a few videos on the Innocence collection from Greater Than Gatsby, but I wanted to do one on Newborn Essentials because I have a lot of people say, oh, I can't figure out how to use that. So what I want to do quickly is I'm going to show you how I get rid of the blemishes on the baby's face. I use the spot healing brush tool and I just zoom in, and it's really simple. You make your brush size barely smaller than what you're trying to, bigger than what you're trying to remove. And you're just going to click on every one of these little dots to remove them. I'm going to go as fast as I can because my videos can't go over 10 minutes, but you get the idea of what I'm doing here. You just click on each little one to remove them and get the soft, perfect, blemish-free baby skin that you're trying to get. Okay, I don't have time to do them all, but you get the idea. So now I'm going to zoom back out a little, and I'm going to run Creamy Baby Skin Smoother from Newborn Essentials. So let that run, and this tells you how to use it. What I do is bring it all the way up to 100. Make my brush kind of big. I stay out of the hair, and I just go over everything on the face. And then I bring it down to 60-ish and go over all these other areas. And what I'm gonna do is bring it down in the opacity, and so the baby looks normal again. So I'm gonna say about here. Now what I'm gonna do is turn my brush black, bring it down some, and I'm gonna take it back off the eyes and the mouth, and I just leave it at around 60 when I do this. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to grab this Paint Away Red splotches. I'll leave it on about 60, and I'm just going to paint away these red marks that the spot healing brush didn't remove. And there's one here. Now I'm going to go back up to the Brighten Baby Blues. And I'm going to leave it at about 60. And just paint that on there. And I'm going to do Soft Lip Color Boost. And I'm going to bring that down maybe about 30. And I'm just going to paint the whole mouth to put back the color on the mouth. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is Baby Edit Color Base. Let that play, and this baby was a redhead and she had very red skin, and I don't like the color that the edit base gives at 100%. So I'm going to bring it down to about 72, maybe a little bit lower. Maybe about 64. Now I'm going to play, let's see, maybe Buckle My Shoe. And I'm going to bring it down to about maybe 20. And then I'm going to get my brush, turn it black, and I'm going to brush it off the baby at about 40. brush it off all over. Oh, I forgot to do something. We'll go back and do that in a second. Okay, now that it's brushed off the baby, I forgot that what I like to do is add an extra layer after I do this and get the color dropper. And I like to drop this color right here on this area of the blanket, and then get my brush at 40% and paint over this to take out all these wrinkles. But I forgot to do that before. Okay. And I like to put it down here under these layers so that everything that happens to this layer too. Okay. So now let's continue. I'm going to do the overlay blanket sheepskin rug cream. It gives you a layer to paint on more. This is the layer it did the work on. So I'm going to bring it down some because I don't want to lose all that color. And I'm going to take this off of my baby at about 80 because I don't really need this on the baby at all. I just need it on the blanket. So remove that here. Okay, that should be good. And I think that might be all I'll do to this one. I think it looks pretty good. Maybe I'll bring back up the skin smoother a tiny bit because the color base did put some extra red on her. That's about it. That's a quick example of how I edit my baby photos using Newborn Essentials. So I hope that helps.